Hello, my viewers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you the brakes of an aircraft. So, we have different types of brakes in an aircraft, but today we are going to talk about this kind of brakes which are used on large aircraft like this. This is Boeing 737-200 from USA. So this, as you can see, all of this is an oleo pneumatic system. It is used to absorb shocks while landing, and it is used to hold the tires. So as you can see, these are the brake pedals, this one and this one. So let me explain to you how do they work. So in this brake pedal we have disc. We have two types of disc here. They are located here inside. We have one disc which is rotating and the other disc which is not rotating. They are called stator and rotor. So the one which is rotating is called stator and the one which is not rotating is called rotor. So what does that mean? When an aircraft rotates, those discs which are rotating, they will be rotating with the tire. So the tire will be rotating the disc, rotor. Now, when you come to the disc which are not rotating, stationary ones, stator, they are the ones now which will cause a friction force to those which are rotating and hence braking system. So we have these pistons. There are pistons here. So these pistons, as you can see, they are going directly to the stator. The first disc is a stator. So when you apply a brake, this piston will tend to push the stator and the stator will tend to push the rotor, and hence an aircraft will stop. As you can see, we have this pipe. This is hydraulic pipe which now is applied equally to all the pistons. So when you apply brakes, all the pistons will move at once, moving forward and backward. Also, how will I know if I can keep on using my brake or not? You will only know if your brake is usable or not through this pin. Do you see this pin? So this pin will tell you or will determine if the brakes are wear and tear, or if the brakes can be used or not. So if this disc is, you see this pin, if this disc pin is out, that means that the brakes are still good. They are good for usage, but as you keep on using, due to friction force, the brakes tends to wear. So this disc keeps on moving inside. So as it reaches nearly to this point, also there is a measurement from a manual, but when it moves nearly to this point, it will just show you that these brakes cannot be used again. So as you can see, the distance of this stick from here to here, it is different to this one. This one from here to here, this is small, this is large. So this is small means that this brake disc needs to be replaced, but this one can keep on be used. Let me go and show you the other disc pedal. There is a disc pedal there. You will show now. You will see now the stator and rotor, the way they are and the way it works. Yeah, let me show you. It is here. So if you are new, guys, consider subscribing to my channel. It is very good as you support me by subscribing. Hello. So there it is. Here I am. I am now on the nose landing gear of the 737. As you can see, it is very big. So we are considering the brakes. So as you can see, this the brakes with such kind of locks, these are the ones which are rotating with the tire. They are called the rotor. They rotate with the tire. While those which don't have these things, this and this, they are stator. They are the ones which are stationary. They don't move. So when you place the brakes, the pressure, the piston, these are the pistons. So the pistons will tend to push the stationary disc. This stationary disc will compress. They will compress themselves and pushes the rotating disc. Remember, the rotating disc is rotating with the tire, so the friction force that will be formed between here, it will cause the tire to stop, because the rotating disc will tend to reduce the airspeed, and hence the tire will tend to stop. So this is how the rotor and the stationary are arranged on the disc. And if you look carefully, like why these brake pedals are no longer used, you can see that this stick, it has gone inside. I told you, if the distance of this disc is very small here in outside, that means we can no longer use the brakes again. So these brakes are out of service. They can no longer be used because they have already wear. So what you need to consider is if your brakes pedals, like if you want to know if they are still serviceable, they can be used or not, you consider the pin. But the mechanism, the pistons, they will allow the hydraulic fluid will come from that point. That capot will be connected with the hydraulic fluid. So the hydraulic fluid, when the captain places the brakes, so the hydraulic fluid will flow to the pistons. The pistons will compress the stationary, and those stationary discs will compress the rotating disc and hence braking system. But remember, an aircraft nose landing gear does not have the brakes. Do you see these tires? No brakes. No brakes. So a nose landing gear will be only used for maneuvering on the ground, like steering. Now this is the steering system. Do you see this and this? They are the ones now which controls the steering of the aircraft going left and right. So a captain will use those pedals with the foot controlling this system, but some they don't use pedals. There is a steering there. There is a steering on the cockpit, whereby the steering will tend to control the hydraulic fluid on these two pipes. So the hydraulic fluid, movement of this hydraulic fluid on these two pipes will tend to move now our landing gear. Now there are different, some uses cables, some uses hydraulic fluid, different systems on steering. It depends on the manufacturer. So the aircraft nose landing gear does not have brakes. Brakes are only on the rear landing gear of the aircraft. So thank you very much for watching my videos, and I really appreciate. And if you are new, guys, consider subscribing my video. I really appreciate you. Leave a comment below if you have any question, if you have any suggestion, if you want to share any idea concerning the aircraft brakes, you can share. But remember, the aircraft brakes are very heavy. That's why we have fitted them here, so that to prevent an aircraft from pitching itself upward during maintenance. So guys, I really appreciate. I think now you know the aircraft landing gears. But if you have a question, don't hesitate asking it on the comment below. Thank you very much, and I really welcome you back again. Please subscribe.